Hello, tea timers. Got my jug of tea today. I'm hoping by now that you've got some really good tea. So what I thought I'd show you today is the difference between using black on a silhouette for a sunset. I'm not going to do the sunset. I've got one here. But I want you to show you how to actually do something that looks realistic really, really quickly. And what you'll see most of the time when someone's using, let me move all my stuff out of the way, hold on. You'll find someone who is just new to painting and watercolor, and they'll do something that I'm not going to do a sunset, but I'm going to just do a silhouette of something. I don't even know what that is, but anyway, so they'll do a silhouette in black. Now, the only time you'd see a silhouette in black is one of those Victorian silhouettes of portraits where they cut out the image of a person's side view. And then, looking for my plate here, hold on a second. And then it will be completely black and it will look very cardboardy. So if you look at a sunset and you look at the plants and trees and everything, they're not actually black. There's nuances of color in that. So if you make a very, very dark brown using burnt umber and ultramarine blue, you can get something that looks much more realistic. Now what I do, I don't mix my colors totally. I'll leave some color in unmixed, but you see, you get a much more realistic silhouette. I mean, if you were doing, say you were doing trees or something. Anyway, I'm also going to quickly show you how you can create the tops of trees with that little glimmery bit too. So on this painting here, you can see little light colored bits where you get the sun coming through. It looks so pretty. So before you would put any of that really dark on, what you would get is raw sienna. Can you see that? I just want to make sure you can see that in the camera. And then you can see I'm using my really fancy palette today. I wanted to show you that you don't need a fancy palette. This is just one of those heavy duty paper plates that's got that coating on it. You don't want an actual normal paper, one of those tubey paper plates, because everything will start getting really soggy. But anyway, I've got a dry brush here, and what I'm going to do is make use of my paper. And the paper has a texture to it. And if you keep your brush dry and then you rub the paint on the side, you can get the color of that light on the tops of the trees. And then when you do your dark tree line or whatever you're doing, you can get this really cool light color. And as you're using this side of your brush, you're getting those really cool nuances in there with light and dark. And it looks like the light is coming through the tops of the trees. So you can see here I did the darker layer and got that vegetation there. And then here it's more like a field. So that is just a little tip for you. I'll go through those colors again. Avoid black. Learn to make your colors yourself, okay? Burnt umber and ultramarine gives you this really cool dark. And then if you want to, before you put that dark color in and you want to try a skyline with some trees, then use raw sienna with the dry brush on the side. Okay, so have some fun with that, and you don't need an expensive palette. Mine just flew on the floor. And anyway, have fun. Go and have a nice cup of tea before you attempt that, and I will see you next week.